Common English fillers and conversational connectors. So, meaning. Used to introduce a conclusion, continue a story, change direction, or start a question. Synonyms. Then, therefore, well, in that case. Example. So, what do you want to do tonight? Like, meaning. A very common informal filler used to introduce an example, approximate something, or report what someone said or thought. Synonyms. Kind of, sort of, approximately. Example. It was, like, really expensive. Right, meaning. Used to ask for agreement or confirmation. Synonyms. Isn't it? Don't you think? Correct? Example. It's really expensive, right? You know, meaning. Used to maintain contact with the listener, emphasize an idea, or indicate that the speaker expects the listener to understand the feeling or situation. Synonyms. You see, I mean, right? Example. It's difficult, you know. Kind of, sort of. Meaning. Used to make a statement less direct, less precise, or less absolute. Synonyms. Somewhat, rather, a little, approximately. Example. I'm kind of tired. Well, meaning. Used to introduce an answer, hesitate, soften a response, or transition to a new idea. Synonyms. Okay, so, actually, anyway. Example. Well, I don't know. Look, meaning. Used to get someone's attention before making a point, explaining something, or disagreeing. Synonyms. Listen, see, here's the thing. Example. Look, I understand what you're saying. I mean, meaning. Used to clarify, correct, expand, or reformulate something you have just said. Synonyms. In other words, what I mean is, actually. Example. It's difficult. I mean, it's not impossible, but it's difficult. Actually, meaning. Used to correct information, introduce a surprising fact, or clarify what is really true. Synonyms. In fact, really, as a matter of fact. Example. Actually, I don't live in London. Basically, meaning. Used to simplify an explanation or summarize the main point. Synonyms. Essentially, fundamentally, in simple terms. Example. Basically, we need more time. Anyway, meaning. Used to return to the main subject, change the subject, or conclude a thought. Synonyms. In any case, regardless, at any rate. Example. Anyway, let's get back to work. That's why, so, meaning. Used to express a result or consequence. Synonyms. Therefore, for that reason, consequently. Example. I was tired, so I went home. In other words, meaning. Used to explain something again in a simpler or clearer way. Synonyms. That is, to put it another way, basically. Example. He doesn't have a job. In other words, he's unemployed. I don't know, meaning. Used to express uncertainty, hesitation, lack of knowledge, or sometimes indifference. Synonyms. I'm not sure, I have no idea, I guess. Example. I don't know. Maybe we should wait. Yeah, exactly. Meaning. Used to agree with someone, acknowledge what they have said, or show that you share their opinion. Synonyms. Right, absolutely, definitely, I know, that's right. Example. It's really expensive. Yeah, exactly,